Hello everyone, this is KinCony Home Automation Training Lesson 3, and you can see Smart Fan Control Basics. So in this video, I will show you how to change the speed of the motor just for ceiling fan. And let's look at this is a ceiling fan. So we want to control this speed by application. And next, you can see because the motor is AC motor, so we should control by this SSR driver. And the last video, we have used this AC SSR driver to change the brightness of the lamp. But this time, we can also use this SSR to change the speed of the motor. So let's look at the next. And you will see this is a ceiling fan. And this is a schematic for a simplest way to use a switch panel and use mobile phone and control this fan speed. And you can see this is KinCony dimmer controller. You can choose anyone just according to your channel number. You can see the switch just connect with the digital input. For example, this have K1 and K2, and that connect with two different digital input. Later we can set by FTDT how it works with the digital input and work with the analog output. And this just have two switch channel and control one fan, one motor. And the output, you can see the red cable, that is DC 0 to 10 volt output. So this go into this AC driver, just SSR, to change the different voltage for the SSR, so that the SSR will output the different voltage for the motor. So this is for AC 220 volt or AC 110 volt. So this just for this power supply. And this driver, the output voltage according to this input voltage. So this voltage to determine the output, the voltage for the motor, for the fan, so that can change the speed. So it's very easy. And later I will show you the practice. And next we can look at this will have some different application work with the dimmer controller. This time we will use the DM16 dimmer controller. And this work with the local network by web service, and this work with KinCony cloud server, and this work with Tuya mobile phone application, and this work with the home assistant software. And next you can also use a switch button for change the brightness, for brightness high and brightness low. And the next you can see the switch button you can configure by FTDT. This for home automation is set in locally. It works in locally without internet, without network. So this is the PowerPoint. I have showed the content of this video, and now I will show you how to practice it. Use the dimmer controller and the ceiling fan and the switch button. Okay, let's begin. Okay, let's look at the testing device. You can see this is KinCony DM16 16-channel dimmer controller that will have 16-channel output, analog output. And you can see this is our driver, AC driver. This is SSR, and this is the wall switch panel and connect with the digital input. And also I use multimeter to test the load of the motor. You can see this one have go through this board that have connect with the ceiling fan motor, and you can see this is a ceiling fan, and this is my computer. We're running Home Assistant and running KCS and running KinCony cloud server to test. And you can see this is a capacity, and this ceiling fan only have two wire. You can see this two wire, just this two wire have go through this board, and just this two wire, this two wire. So I have used the red and the black test by the multimeter to test the voltage, because I want to change the speed. And this DM16 that have connected with the Ethernet cable, and that have connected the power supply. I have connected with this DC 12 power supply, and also you can use 24 power supply. And this SSR that have connected with the AC 220 volts. You can see I can connect with it, and you can see this voltage is 0 because The DMR controller is not working now, and the output is 0 volt. And let's look at this is analog output 1. You can see this have 16-channel analog output. This analog output 1, that the red cable have go to this positive of the SSR, and you can see this negative have connect with this SSR negative. So this is for 0 to 10 volt goes into this SSR, and the SSR output, you can see this output that is for AC load, and this power in, this leave line go to this motor, and the motor back to this point. This is go back to the neutral. So the motor and the SSR is serial connection relationship, and I just test the power of the motor. And this have a switch button. You can see this have 16-channel digital input. That is K1. This digital input 1, I have connected with this K1. You can see the blue is K1. And because I want to use 2 different switch panel and control 1 motor and 1 load together, so you can see the blue cable also have connected with this K1. This K1 also is the blue cable. They have connected together with the digital input. If you have the third or you have the first switch button, you just connect with the same point together, K1 and K1 and K1 together. And the second, you can see that have connected the yellow cable. This is digital input 2. The digital input 2 I have connected with this K2 and this K2. So they have connected together. So I will set in my FTDT. So that will let the switch button is for speed high and speed low, and speed high and speed low. If you use KinCony touch switch panel, also used by this way, because they also have K1, K2, K3. So this is for the switch, and let's test it. Now we can look at the KCS web page, and you can see this is KinCony KCS web page working local network, and this is monitor web page, and this is channel 1 that is connected with our fan. So you can see I can change the percent, 50%, that began work, and change 27, and change to 33, and you can see this is 33. Okay, and I change to 100%, so the speed is max. Okay, so I can change to 0, so this is 0. Okay, let's look at the next. This is KCS, and let's look at the KinCony Cloud Server. So you can see I can click at here, because this KinCony Cloud Server remote control by internet. You can see this is used by domain name, so that you can go anywhere in any application. And also we can see this have some different channel. This is DAC1, and you can see I can change it because it have a startup voltage. This is 49%, and this voltage, you can see the SSR have a red LED indicate, and the voltage is 193 volt. And now I change the brightness, I change the speed. You can see at here 67, and let's look at the voltage is changed. So the motor voltage is changed and the speed is changed. Okay, and also we can change it to 100%, and let's look at, and you can see the voltage is almost 210 to 209. Okay, so this can change the speed by the KinCony Cloud Server. And the next, let's look at this Home Assistant. Home Assistant, and this is DM16, and you can see this is the first channel DAC, and click, and you can also change this percent. You can see 58%, and the voltage 208 volt. So you can see I can change this for different. So the speed will change. $87, and I can also click this one, turn off. This is turn off, so this will be off. And also I can click this one to turn to max. You can see I just click. And also you can see this is Tuya mobile phone application. This can remote control by internet. You can see I can change the percent. This can update with the Home Assistant, and I change it. You can see I change it. Okay. So this can work with the Tuya mobile phone, remote control by internet by mobile phone, and this one just by Home Assistant in local network. So I can close it off. Okay, so this is the ceiling fan control by this DM16 dimmer controller. And now let's look at this wall switch. And you can see I click, and the voltage is changed. We can see it here. I can put my mobile phone at here, and you can see, click, it changed, and the voltage changed, click, it changed, click, it changed. So you can see, I can click. So this for up, change the brightness, change the speed high, and change the speed low, change the speed low, change the speed low. Okay, you can see this almost is stopped. So also you can see I use the second switch, click, can stop, click, and also slowly, and slowly. Okay. So this time we have used a different application to control this ceiling fan, and also you can use the menu control button and for this switch panel. And if you want to control the different motor, if you want to control a very large current motor, so you just need to replace this SSR. And this one you can see that is 10 ampere, and you can also choose some different ampere, such as 40 ampere, 60 ampere, some big ampere. If the SSR is big, because the current is big, you need to install this heat sink. So you can see at the back that can connect with this heat sink. Okay, this is how to use a dimmer controller to smart control a ceiling fan. Thanks for watching.